time for Season 4 of the Dolphins career mode. We are coming off of a heartbreaking loss on the siren to the Cronulla Sutherland Sharks in Season 3. The ball went up. Valentine Holmes next to the goalpost took it on the full, put it down, and that ended the Dolphins season for 2019, I believe it was. On to 2020 now, and we'll just have to see how things unfold. Okay, we're going to take a quick look at our roster now. Of course, we're looking to improve on last year, just scraping into the top 8, just making the finals. We really, really want to improve on that next season. As you can see going through the roster here, it's definitely improved. Many more players in the 80 overalls, especially players from the start of the career mode that were like in the early 70s, so that's great to see. We've also got the likes of Jesse Bromwich, Luke Keary as well in the 90 overalls, and of course Toby Rudolph there, still 50 rated, our lowest rated player. As we simulate to the recruiting stage, we're going to have a few players off contract here, but we are a bit tight for money, so we're going to have to see who we can re-sign. Probably going to have to let go of a couple of big names, a couple of foundation players from the club that I really don't want to be letting go of, but unfortunately we will. But also, let's see how we are faring in the competition in June. Okay, so we could be doing a lot better, could be doing a lot worse. Currently 7th on the ladder. Hey, it's better than where we ended up last season in 8th, but we definitely want to push up and try and contend for a premiership this year. As you can see, Jermaine Osako was the biggest player we got off contract. Bit of back and forth here with Osako, but in the end, as you'll see, we get the deal done. Very important that we get that deal done for Osako. I was thinking of re-signing Will Pearsall, however, he was playing halfback and he's a 5'8", and so is Luke Keary. We don't actually have a halfback at the club, so I think it's paramount that we actually get a young halfback that we can play with for the foreseeable future alongside of Luke Keary. Thinking of Chad Townsend, but no, I want someone younger. Having a little look here at Jack Cogger, I considered it. As you can see, I'm sort of milling around on Cogger for a bit. Do we go for him? But then I thought maybe we go Moses Mbai. Someone sort of hitting the prime of his career. Maybe could go up a little bit more in his overall. But then I thought, too much money. Too much money. We want to save a little bit. Troy Dargan, an option at the Panthers. But then that reminded me. Well, that made me think, Troy Dargan. I wonder if there are other young halfbacks. So let's put the cap for the age at 23, I believe we did. And Jack Cogger there, as you can see, the highest rated player. I was milling it over between him and Dargan. Do I go for Cogger or Dargan? Cogger or Dargan? Who do I go with in the end? I go with Troy Dargan. Let's see what we can get him. Deal done, Troy Dargan. Headed to the club next season. You beauty. Will Pearsall, we can now let go. Josh Starling's definitely someone we want to keep for depth. He's a great player off the bench for us. And we get it over the line. Beauty. But unfortunately, as you can see, I'm here on David Barno. He's been a great player for us. I'm going to have to let him go along with the rest of the talent there. Free up some cap space for next season. But there we go. Let's see how we go for the rest of the year. So we've now simulated to the end of the regular season, and as you can see, we finished second. We finished second on the NRL ladder for season 2020, the Penrith Panthers finishing in first. An absolute great effort from the boys. Let's try and win this premiership now. Before we get into our first finals game against the third place Bulldogs, let's take a look at the Dally M Awards. Top point scorer for the year, Jermaine Osako, and a few players in the team of the year too. An absolutely amazing effort from the boys. All right, let's get into this game against the Dogs. After that loss to the Bulldogs at home, it's now time to do things the hard way. As you can see here, our path to the grand final now. Got to go through the Cowboys, who beat the Knights in week 1 of the finals. If we win that, we then have a date with the Penrith Panthers at Panthers Stadium to see who we face in the grand final, if we can make it there. Of course, Penrith finishing first on the ladder. That'd be first versus second showdown. Cowboys finishing 6th on the ladder. We got to win this one. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we choked. We finished second on the ladder. Just had to win one game to go through to the prelim. Then win that, obviously, to go to a grand final. We lost the first game. Okay, we had a second chance. And we've lost that to a fellow Queensland-based club. To the team who finished 6th on the ladder. And we're out. And I can go on to confirm that the Cowboys would actually win the comp in 2020 in this career mode. So I guess you could take something from that. But we've come up short once again 2 years in a row where we've exited out in the second round of the finals. This one stings more because we finished second on the ladder, out in straight sets. We really are the Chokephins, aren't we? Well, I'll see you guys for the next episode where we kick things off in season 5 and try to rectify